his administration remained focused on delivering on good governance as well as infrastructural developments for the overall welfare of the citizenry across the state.
As a government, engagement in meaningful infrastructure and economic endeavors to achieve the economic transformation and equitable development of our major towns and villages is our irrevocable resolve. We shall continue to embark on these initiatives in line with our development agenda, the challenges of resources notwithstanding.
In their separate remarks, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Said Abubakar, the donors representative, Dr. Wale Babalakin, the Vice Chancellor of Fante University, Professor Hamidu Sani, Professor Isiaq Oloyede, as well as Malam Yusuf Ali, implored Nigerians to see themselves as one big family engaging in benevolence, philanthropy towards human and physical developments that are beneficial to mankind and rewardable by their maker. High point of the occasion was the commissioning of Bola Babalakin Guest House. Dignitaries present at the occasion include the Deputy Governor, Mr. Benedict Alabi, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Right Honorable Timothy Oweye, Asiwaju Muslimi of Yoruba Land, Alhaji Babatunde Badmus, among others. From the Governor's Office, Saya Onoride reporting.
Also, Governor Oyetola has urged Nigerians to keep hope alive as the country was summoned and numerous challenges. He stated this at Osun State Convention 2022, organized by a group, Nigeria for Bat. Oluchi Amda is ready with the report.
The Osun State Convention 2022, put together by the Nigeria for Bola Ahmed Tinubu BAT Group, attracted leaders as well as members of the All Progressives Congress (APC) from the unit and ward levels in Osun State and beyond, who converged on the Local Government Service Commission State Secretariat to strategize on how to ensure that the presidential ambition of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu becomes a reality. Addressing newsmen at the gathering, Osun State Governor Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola described the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, as the right man for the job. The governor, who was represented by the Special Advisor on Political Matters, Oluomo Sunday Akere, called on Nigerians not to lose hope in the country, adding that the future will be brighter.
Nigerians, we should not lose hope on this nation. What we are doing today is renewing the hope, believing that come February next year, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president will bring a renewed hope to Nigeria: security, economy, power, employment, education, agriculture, infrastructure development.
In their separate remarks, other speakers at the event, including Engineer Benjamin Adereti, Mr. Olufemi Adedeji, among others, noted that the motive behind the event was to reinstate in the minds of Nigerians that the time has come for the people to elect credible leaders that will take the country to the promised land.
The time has come for us in Nigeria to elect leaders that are capable to lead us aright.
Support the right candidate, follow the man that knows the road, and right now we all know who the man that knows the road is: Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Nigeria for BAT is different because we are focusing on the grassroots.
The speakers added that since election is local, the Nigeria for BAT group is focusing on harnessing the multitude of voters at the grassroots to ensure victory for the party in next year's presidential election. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.
This is the news across the country, coming to you from Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, Voice of the West, Nigeria. Now, our mid-news message. It is characteristic of wisdom not to do desperate things. A loving heart is the truest wisdom. South LCD Honorable Yewale Fawande has advised politicians and electorate to shun vote selling and buying, saying that the trend is capable of paralyzing good political system and governance in the country. Honorable Fawande gave their advice while featuring on an OSBC weekly current affairs program, Ella Loro. The local government administrator who saluted the present administration in Osun State maintained that Governor Oyetola's administration has brought good governance to the doorstep of the people. Osun State government, under the leadership of Mr. Adegbega Itola, will tomorrow officially commission the iconic flyover at Olaya intersection, Osogbo, in the afternoon. The commissioning will be performed by the chairman of Southern Governors Forum and the governor of Ondo State, Arakun Rotimi Akeredolu, in a statement signed by the Honorable Commissioner for Works and Transport in the state, Engineer Remy Omowaye. According to him, the road has achieved the purpose of permanently brought to zero frequent road accidents, occasionally leading to deaths of citizens and vehicular traffic delays at the Olaya corridor. The statement also informed residents and citizens of the state of the closure of all the adjoining roads leading to iconic Olaya intersection from 12 midnight till 4 p.m. of tomorrow, when the commissioning would have been completed. He advised motorists to make use of the alternative routes that will be provided, as is solicited for their patience, cooperation, and understanding. The possible impacts of policy to redesign Naira notes will be our focus on business news today. Sophia Billy looks at the merits and demerits of currency redesigning when finally implemented.
The currency of a nation no doubt play a vital role in what its economy will look like, although pictures or inscriptions on such currency does not matter, but its purchasing power at the local and international market. To therefore ensure that counterfeit currency did not have meaningful power in businesses, the apex banks of every nation redesigned their currencies. Nigeria is planning to join the League of Nations in that category, with the announcement that the country is set to redesign its 200 naira, 500 naira and 1,000 naira notes. Having reached an highest inflationary rate at the second quarter of this year, leadership of the Central Bank of Nigeria have earlier expressed concern over the need to withdraw some counterfeit currencies in circulation. This, they said, is aimed at waging war against terrorism and access to large volume of money. The step is also aimed at controlling inflation and give weight to the currency called Naira in the international market. It would be recorded that prior to now, a US dollar was sold for as high as 800 naira in the international market. OSBC Business News sought the possible implication of redesigning naira at the local and international market. While speaking, a financial expert, Dr. Yinka Anjos, noted that holding and naira proliferation will be curbed, hence trading with it against other currencies will gain values. Dr. Anjos also explained that the step will allow the central bank to decide the actual amount in circulation and introduce profitable economic plans that will be acceptable in the international world. He also noted that the plan will positively affect the local markets, as currency will now circulate, making buying and selling easier and less cumbersome.
Let's look at the advantages of the new redesigning of Naira. Number one, it's going to pull in black money. 80% of currency are outside the banks. That's a very dangerous trend. It's going to give us more money in the banks. That is, money will be pushed into the banking system, so much so that liquidity will be enough for banks to be able to lend money to the needy. There will be less deposit for the banks, and they will be opening between Monday and Saturday, so allow those who want to bring in their money. It will make new notes available. It's a very good monetary policy, because that's what CBN is supposed to do, to watch the amount of money in circulation. Now there is too much, they are going to pull in. It's going to give us less speculative alternatives in Naira. EFCC, IPC will now be able to work to capture those who have been laundering money. We expect it to be done more frequently. Normally we should be changing Naira between 5 to 8 years. Unfortunately, we have not done it for the past 20 years. Then US dollars will be pulled in. So whether we like it or not, currency in circulation will be checked.
Some people still believe that it is ill-timed because the period for me is too short. People may need to be rushing to change what they have. That is between December 15 and January 31. However, if people move on time, it will put pay to that. Then it will favor some political parties, because those who even do not have money to spend may find it happy that after all, the money stashed away will not be spent.
Dr. Anjos submitted that the Naira redesigning will not give alternative demand for currencies. Hence, there will be no oversupply of Naira in the foreign exchange market.
The Polytechnic and Our Future is the topic of discussion at the lecture tagged the Chief Lecturers Forum of the Federal Polytechnic, Ede, Osun State, The lecturers' forum will hold tomorrow in the morning at the S.O. Babalola Hall within the Polytechnic campus in Ede. Dr. Joseph Oke Emina is the guest speaker, while Dr. Oluyemi Omotosho, former Dean, Student Affairs of the school, and Dr. Taliat Yusuf, Director of Quality Assurance, are the discussants. According to a release signed by the organizers of the lecture, Professor Oluwaina OFR is the chairman, while Dr. Joseph Betinri, the acting director of Federal Polytechnic Ede, is the chief host. Mawai Union Teaching Hospital Shogbo will tomorrow organize the workshop training with a theme, Administration and Quality Health Management, a team approach in teaching hospital. According to a release signed by the training coordinator, Dr. Ladikbo Wolade, the chief medical director of the hospital, Professor Peter Babatunde Olaiton, will be the chairman at the workshop. Venue of the workshop is the College of Health Sciences, Isale Osun Shogbo. The release and heads of departments and units, doctors, nurses, medical laboratory scientists, pharmacists, physiotherapists, administrators, or senior middle level officers to participate in the training. The early morning fire outbreak that gutted the popular Kano Single Market destroyed only 4 shops in the market. The public relations officer of the State Fire Service, Saminu Abdullah, made the confirmation in a telephone interview with journalists. He said, contrary to some reports on the incident, only 4 shops were affected by the inferno. According to him, the quick response of the fire service personnel prevented the fire from spreading to other parts. Former Super Eagles head coach Ghana Troy has blamed the immediate past president, Nigeria Football Federation Amaju Pinnick, for the failure of the Super Eagles to be at the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Adeyemi Abode has more on sports updates.
League Super 4 playoff is underway in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State capital, to determine overall champions of the second-tier league. The 4 teams that qualified from the Northern and Southern Conference are currently battling it out for supremacy on who clinches the Super 4 honor at the Samson Siasia Stadium, Yenagoa. The tournament is in round-robin format for the 4 promoted club sides: Doma United of Gombe, El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri, Bendel Insurance of Benin City, and host Bayelsa United to play each other ahead of the new season. In an address of welcome, Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National League, Mr. Sajo Mohammed, urged the 4 participating teams to give their best and abide by the rules of the game. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Professional Football League clubs have been issued a deadline of Friday to complete all processes of club licensing for the 2022-2023 season. In a circular signed by the head of operations, Davison Orumi, dated November 15, the clubs were told that any club that fails to complete the club licensing requirement risks being forced out from participating in the 2022-2023 season. Club licensing has been made mandatory by World Football Governing Body FIFA and the Confederation of African Football (CAF) as a requirement for clubs affiliated to member federations to play professional football. In the meantime, former coach of the Super Eagles, Kenneth Rowe, has blamed the immediate past president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, for Nigeria World Cup miss. The 2022 World Cup will commence in Qatar this weekend without the Super Eagles following their playoff defeat to the Black Stars of Ghana. The coach, who regretted not taking the team to Qatar, said his dismissal created a disaster that cost Nigeria the ticket to the World Cup. Head coach of the Super Eagles, Jose Peseiro, has put finishing touches on his team strategy as well as an idea of his starting squad for tomorrow's international friendly against Portugal in Lisbon. Estadio Jose Alvalade will host the team-up game between Qatar 2022 World Cup band, the Selecao of Portugal, and the Super Eagles tomorrow, with a kick-off time fixed for 7:45 in the evening to be broke down in September. Instead, Fury will defend his title against Derek Chisora in London on December 3rd. Sport Update returns tomorrow. My name is Adeyemi Abode.
That was the news across the country, edited by Nathaniel Oyegoke and delivered by Motsurayo Ayeba. Thanks for listening. Good evening.
You are live. On Osun Radio. Osun Radio. Community radio at its best. 104.5 FM.
ǹlẹ́ o alábàágbé mi mo ní kí n wá bẹ̀yìn wò ni. ìyá Bíọ́lá àlàáfíà la wà. ẹ ṣeun. mo kọ yín kọ. wọ́n wà ẹ̀yin náà ńkọ́.
kódà ìyá mi lábúlé gan wà lálàáfíà. ìyá Bíọ́lá ṣé kò sí.
èmi wò ìtasọ́sọ́ jọ̀lọ́ fún yín ò jẹ́ rí mú mi o ni mo bá ní wọ́n fọwọ́ ara mi tún ara mi ṣe.
ẹ wọlé wá jẹ́wọ́ jàre.
àgbéyẹ̀fun ìsẹ̀bẹ̀ ọ̀ngá jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù tuntun dé o ohun ìsẹ̀bẹ̀ tó ń fúnrẹ́sì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù yín lójú